Hi, I'm Noreen Kazi. Over the course of the last few months, I read the awarded book, The Opium War, The Drugs, Dreams, and the Making of Modern China, written by Julia Lovell. The account concentrated on the events of the First Opium War. She chose not to include other Western invasions, such as the Second Opium War, because she felt there were not enough books regarding the first one. She also wanted to clarify any misconceptions of the First Opium War that is portrayed through Chinese mythology. China was being hooked on opium through Britain. After a time, they began making their own too. Opium is a very addictive morphine that can be used for medical purposes, such as pain relief, but people can become so reliant on it that they won't be able to survive without it. Despite the fact that they made the drug themselves, China traded silk with Britain in order to receive opium. They then placed all the blame on Britain, and even though it was not completely their fault, China stood up against Britain and viewed them as their enemy. Because of Chinese mythology, people viewed this war with little to no importance. They did not realize how great an impact it truly had. Julia Lovell strongly believed that China would not be the same today if it were not for the Opium War. She says that it gave China a great sense of nationalism and a common hatred towards the West. A commie leader was shown a petition to make China a democracy. Not wanting to lose power to the people, he used the Opium War to keep the government communist and destroy the notion of Chinese democracy. If there hadn't been a war, China could have been a democratic nation today. China later realized that through the Opium War that socialism was the only way to effectively govern. They needed a strict form of government to oversee everything in the interest of Chinese society. I personally think that Lovell is very thorough, detailed, and well-researched. She's greatly qualified to be writing a book on the Opium War, and she's dedicated most of her life to studying the history of China. She currently teaches at Birkbeck University of London on modern Chinese history and has written countless of accounts, all regarding Chinese history as well. She's biased due to the fact that she has spent such a great deal of her life studying China, and she thinks such highly of the topic. Lovell successfully fulfilled her purpose of writing this account. She provided sufficient details and explanations to change a person's view on the myths of China and about the Opium War. She also had enough explanations on how the effects of the Opium War can still be seen today. This book had 82 pages worth of supporting material. It included 5 maps, 16 colored images, 38 black and white images, a list of all the characters and a short biography on them, and a list of all her sources. There also was a timeline of all the events that took place in the book. In the beginning of her account, she had a small note that helped the readers understand some new Chinese words that were hard to pronounce. All these aspects increased the readability by a large amount. Readers did not need background information in order to finish this book. I would highly recommend this account to those who want a better look into the history of China. It is well written, thorough, and easy to read for a high school student. Some words were challenging, but a dictionary could easily be used to define them. This book was pretty short in its length, as it was 36 pages, excluding the 82 pages of supporting material. All of the endnotes and graphic extremely helped the reader understand the book better. Because of this, I think a high school student would have no problem completing Lovell's book, and I really think any history buff should read it. Thank you. Julia Lovell was strong. Julia Lovell thinks Julia. Oh, I was like, who's Julia? Julia Lovell strongly believed that China would not want to be the same today. I don't want to be the same. I don't like myself. I gave my all for you. Now my heart's in two. Julia Lovell strongly believed that China would not be the same today if it were not for the communist country.